It is time for Cancer, September 2024 love reading for Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, this could be your reading. Be sure to check your other placements. If anything does not fit or resonate, please don't try to force it into your world. Check your other placements to put together a pretty good story of what could be going on with you. We're going to look at singles first. If you are single and open to the opportunity of love, or if you've got your eye on somebody, we're going to check out your energy in the first part of the reading. Second part of the reading is if you are already in a connection and you are experiencing issues or troubles in your partnership, connection, situationship, whatever you are going through. We will take a look at that in the second half of the reading. I will put timestamps in the comment section so that you can skip around as needed. Thank you all so much for tuning back in. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, I appreciate your continued love and support. If you are brand new, my name is Cody. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. Welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. That notification bell will let you know every single time I'm energetically called to bring you a reading. You may catch me live on any one of my platforms, including right here on YouTube, to ask me questions or get a heavily discounted rate on a live stream reading. If you need a personal private reading, all that information is on my website. I'm also now offering mentorship. If you're interested in a spiritual awakening mentorship, if you're interested in information on how to start meditating, if you would like to ask me questions about your spiritual awakening, your ascension, anything of the like, I am available. I'm available for all of that. So be sure to ask me questions about anything. If you have any questions, I'm available for that. You may email me or DM me on any one of my platforms. Without further ado, let's get going. 2-minute commercial. Time's up. Let's go. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Single, open to the opportunity of love. Or if you've got your eye on somebody, let's see what's going on. What is going on with Cancer? What's going on with Cancer? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on? What do they need to know for September 2024? All right, that wanted to come out earlier. It's going to be here. Sagittarius energy with the Temperance. Temperance card is emotional and spiritual balance, right? Very, very balanced, very aligned. This is you exercising a lot of caution, possibly looking for a more spiritually and emotionally aligned connection, a more harmonious connection. We've got the 8 of Swords with the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. So lots of pressure you're putting on yourself. Lots of pressure to hold off, to wait. I think that you're possibly seeking a bit of perfection. I think you're seeking perfection. There you are, Cancer, with your Chariot. That King of Pentacles out here is somebody who's willing to wait, to put that effort in, to put that hard work in so that they can get the reward of that exact right connection here. With that Temperance energy. What crosses? Crosses or compliments? Y'all, I just did this earlier with a different deck, different reading. I think it was Gemini. Pulled King and Queen of Cups. How about the Emperor and the Empress? Crosses or compliments you? I'll say this is the relationship of all relationships. The most divine. The most divine. We've got Aries energy coming out as well. Possible Taurus energy with that Empress, which is more so about Venus. I mean, this is the divine union, not just a divine union. And on my channel, you will not hear me talk about twin flames, and soulmates are everyone that you come across in your life that has some sort of impact or connection to you. Could be a friend, could be a teacher, your mom, your brother, your sister, your dad, whatever. These are all soulmates. I don't talk about soulmate connections because we have a lot of those. I don't talk about twin flame unions because I believe it is something that was made up recently that teaches you how to chase. What I talk about is divine partnerships. Something that is brought together through universal connection, spiritually aligned. This is the most spiritually aligned. You have kings, you have queens, right? You have that energy, but these are the kings of all kings and the queen of all queens, right? Almost holding yourself to that level of perfection. King of Cups, 7 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Wanting the exact right thing here. I must warn you to not hold out too much for that energy of perfection, right? Perfection is an illusion. Perfection is basically procrastination personified, whenever we are waiting and holding off and putting off and making unobtainable standards, right? For, you know, leaps and bounds to be made, almost like somebody has to jump through immeasurable hoops in order to even receive the time of day from you. Okay. What is the best that can be achieved? Six of Pentacles. Equality, reciprocity, that equal give and take, right? That equal share, give and take. And again with this same little combo, Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. I almost feel like this is, you know, it's almost an all or nothing kind of energy. You're looking and watching for that equality, that reciprocity, that person who gives as much as you, who is able to, you know, get as good as they give also. Somebody here who's very balanced, very giving of themselves, while able to receive what it is that you have to offer without issue. Standards up, baby. Goodness. Okay. What is the foundation? What's the foundation? What is the foundation for September for Cancer placements? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Ten of Swords. Alrighty. Ten of Swords, Tower, Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands, Three of Cups, right? So very defensive, very guarded, very protective. I feel like your Ten of Swords energy here with the foundation is that energy of looking and seeking with a bit of a chip on your shoulder. I almost want to say you have a bit of a chip on your shoulder. This is almost an immediate dismissal of people. It's almost as if you are negating someone before they have the opportunity to even prove you wrong while you're out dating and observing and looking. You're basically looking for what's wrong instead of what's right. Because listen, in the past, you probably were looking for the things that were right. You were looking and searching for the things that brought you connection, that allowed you to kind of give you that hope, that glimmer, that need to hang on. But now that you've kind of seen it for what it is, now you're kind of looking more realistically. The Ten of Swords is a more realistic approach about you saying, you know, I'm now going to start acknowledging these red flags, and I'm going to start addressing them. I'm going to start addressing them for what they are. I'm not going to ignore them. I'm not going to wait and see if it pans out. I'm not going to let it happen again and then decide whether it needs to be discussed or not. I'm going to address it. I'm going to address it at the moment of its arrival and see how things go. Is this person able to have a fair and balanced conversation to where we can come to some sort of an agreement about this, or is this something that I need to go ahead and end and walk away from, right? You're not wasting time. You're not wasting time anymore of that, you know, let's see where this goes. Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Justice card. The cause and effect of that is, yeah, you're not wasting time. Devil card coming out. What's that past energy? I almost feel like I already read the past energy. Not wasting time. You were wasting time. What's that past energy? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Almost, you know, very naive, very trusting, very loving, very giving, offering your cup right away, allowing for these connections to happen almost instantly. We've got the Eight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, right? Overthinking the opportunities here, allowing for somebody to continue to come back in over and over again while you wait and see, right? Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Maybe we can allow this to kind of balance out. And we've got Pages and Knights trying to approach Queens, right? It's not quite measuring up. And you're giving a lot of opportunity to people who don't really deserve it, who aren't really on your level. And through you really stepping back and realizing this, you're becoming a lot more independent and shutting down that need to connect immediately, to be so naive and trusting. Very naive and trusting. I am a Cancer sun. I'm very guilty of that. I have a Cancer stellium. My Lilith is in Cancer. have another placement in Cancer as well. I love love, you know, Two of Cups. I love love. I love the idea of love. I am a hopeless romantic at heart, really. So you get lost in that, and you're kind of you're wanting and looking and hoping and pining here. What's that future outcome? What's that future position for Cancer? Future position for Cancer. What's that future, that near future? What's coming up in the near future for Cancer? All right, raising your standards. Abso-freaking-lutely, yes, raising your standards. Really committed to figuring things out before you go all in. Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, right? Following your heart to weigh things out in a better prospect here. 8 and 2 equals 10, right? You're getting secure about what it is you're investing in, figuring out whether or not it's worth the investment before you go all in. We've got a Knight and a Six of Cups before you follow your heart, right? Based on the way you did things before, you're doing things very differently now. Very differently now. We've got the Four of Wands, the Page of Swords, right? Studying and learning and figuring out whether or not this has the ability to start to build upon the foundation for which you are to build upon. You're waiting, checking to see. We have a lot of things that are equaling 10 out here, and then we've got 10s. The 4s, the 6s, the 8s, the 2s. Beautiful. Yeah, so you're not doing things the way you used to do. You're holding back, checking and waiting and seeing. Checking and waiting and seeing. Checking and waiting and seeing. The standards are up, though. I feel like, you know, this whole energy of us feeling like we can't have it all and like we're not allowed to expect perfection is almost this energy of kind of subscribing to a lack mentality and kind of accepting faults and accepting, you know, less than. But I have a feeling that through discussing and conversations, through you kind of bringing these issues up and discussing these things with your person, you may come to discover that, you know, having these conversations and being upfront about this may allow you to figure out whether or not somebody is on your level or not. And I have a feeling that these conversations will lead you to somebody who is absolutely able to compromise, to discuss things with you, to have accountability, to acknowledge issues where issues arise, and you as well. You as well. We're not just going to sit there and point our fingers and pretend to be perfect, right? This is you accepting accountability for your shortcomings and also having these discussions. When somebody brings up an issue to you, you're mature enough and capable enough to have these conversations right away, to figure this out, to come into balance, to understand what needs to happen in order for you both to be very successful moving forward. No longer investing in superficialities. You're looking for that depth of that raised standard, right? You're looking for somebody who's very committed and dedicated as you are, who wants to continue to grow and learn, who wants to, you know, who has blind faith in this union, who feels like this is something worth investing in, who feels very much balanced with you as well. Beautiful. I wouldn't get too hung up on the fact that, you know, expecting perfection is not a far cry. We do want to be realistic, and we do want to err on the caution of compromise and allowing ourselves to be able to, you know, be open to discussion and being able to see somebody else's point of view, for us to be able to be more open-minded and allowing somebody the opportunity to see if we can't meet in the middle somewhere. So, very mature, very grown, looks healthy. We like healthy. All right, let's look at Love Oracle. Nope. I want to see what this energy is bringing in. Tell me more about Cancer. Tell me more about Cancer. Looking into their new connections. What have they gone through? What's coming in? What have they gone through and what's coming in? What have they gone through? What has Cancer gone through? Yeah, healthy choices. Focusing on self. Doing that healing journey. Making better choices. Coffee cup. This is you feeling uplifted. Wanting to build friendships first. We've got both coming out. Receiving what it is that you need. Moving on. Moving on from having closure issues from before. We've got Mirror also coming out. Taking a closer look at your self-image and how you've been in your partnerships and connections, and really kind of allowing yourself to be open to criticism and allowing yourself to be able to give as good as you get, right? To be able to give as good as you get as good as you give, right? So there is this balance coming forward. You're no longer looking for these relationships that have these toxicities surrounding them. I feel like you're not really allowing that to happen anymore. I feel like you're moving away. You've got a lot of boundaries up when it comes to people showing you a lot of things that you've learned so far. Having been through a lot of really troubling situations kind of makes us an expert, right? We get really well versed in the world of social media counsel, right? A lot of us have our PhD in YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. A lot of us have our PhD, Snapchat, wherever you go. Wherever you go to get your guidance, a lot of us feel like we've got a handle on it based on this person that resonates, that said something that vibrated with me, and now I've got the answers, right? I will warn you that you know, the placebo effect will have you finding any piece of evidence you need to support whatever it is that you believe. So do be wary of the information that you seek. And we do want to align with things that do make us feel like we are raising our vibration, not lowering our vibration, not attaching us deeper to the problem, but figuring a way away from it. That it's a healthier way of being. That's a healthier choice about moving on from these closure issues, and truly moving away from past energy of becoming overly attached or having, you know, issues with this person, like running and giving way to this, having abandonment issues, right? Maybe if you have running issues, you attract a lot of chasers. There's a lot of mirroring when that happens. What else? Not much else, they said. Not much else. We've already done a lot. 2 more. Yeah. Golden mirror. The mirror clock. Takes time. Takes time to move away from this thinking. Some of you have really noticed that you've been attracting a lot of narcissistic people, self-absorbed people, people who bring you a lot of one-sided approaches to your connections. Because you're so open and willing to give of yourself, you're attracting in people who will take. So you're looking for a lot more balance when it comes to these types of relationships. Be careful of love bombing, of people who are very, very self-absorbed. I do see you ascending away from this type of energy with this time that you have used to prepare yourself for a better union, transcending away and overcoming these obstacles. And I think that you're getting ready. I think you're getting ready to get yourself back out there and start putting yourself back into that world, right? To see what it is that you've learned and see if you can't apply it to these situations and produce something different. There I go again. There I go again with my repeat lessons, right? But they work. I wouldn't repeat it if it didn't work, because I've done it. I've I've applied it, and it works. It really does. It really does. Okay. I see you doing a lot of very serious work, feeling like you are almost a master based on all of the research you've done, the alignment you've kind of figured out. We don't want to get too caught up in being too fixed on an outcome, right? We want to be open to hearing our person's side, and anyone that we're aligning with to be open to receive more information. What if, and this is a hypothetical, what if you've been misguided and the person you're trying to talk to may actually have a better piece of information and they can actually guide you to a higher level of ascension if you come off of your need to kind of push your agenda and be open to receive as well as provide. So it's a give take. It's a delicate give take, and you're learning how to finesse that energy to work in your favor. Holding out for that exact divine union, not a bad thing though. It's really not a bad thing to finally raise your standards and expect more, because, you know, if you've done the work and you've evolved, I think that your level of vibration will not even allow you to understand people who haven't done that on that level. I don't even think you'll be able to understand them. I don't think you're going to be attracted to that at all. I think it's going to annoy you, piss you off, turn you off, creep you out. There's going to be this misalignment where you have a natural rejection of it. And I'm going to tell you, rejection is for your protection. So it's okay. It's okay to raise those standards and have a bit of a higher caliber expectation based on the work you've done. All right, cool. So we're going to move on to couples. If you're in a couple, a partnership, a relationship, situationship with a person, persons, whatever you're going through, let's look at it. I'm going to look at it. Let's dissect it a little bit here. So let's see. Partnerships, connections, relationships. Look at that. Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Repiten, por favor. All right. If you're in a partnership, situationship, relationship, what have you, if you're in a connection with somebody else, other people, and you're experiencing issues, this part of the reading is for you. Cross watchers, of course, switch that energy around as needed. This is intended for Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. What does Cancer need to know? Cancers in connection with issues with their person. What do they need to know here? What do they need to know? Oh, thank you. Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Ooh. Okay, we might be experiencing a little bit of boredom, a little bit of discontentment. I think things have been going a little stagnant for a while and somebody is over it. We've got the Six of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Tower card. I think somebody here is trying to figure out a way to deliver this information peacefully and not be too chaotic or cringy, right? We're having somebody who's trying to be pretty delicate about delivering this news. Things are stagnant. I feel bored. I'm unstimulated, right? So somebody here is probably trying to request, how do you bring that passion back? How do you get that level of zest that you had in the beginning? How do we bring that back in? I've got Judgment coming out here, right? Some sort of an awakening happening within. Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Lots of holding back here. Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, 444, trying to reestablish a foundation here for you both to kind of grow upon. What is crossing or complementing Cancer placements? Crossing, complementing. Crossing or complementing Cancers in this situation. What's crossing or complementing? Hold it, Bubba. Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, Ten of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles has come out sideways. So there could be some major money being spent for somebody trying to figure out a way to get this handled. I feel like somebody here is proclaiming that the other person is jealous. They could be, you know, There's a breakdown and a disappointment. There's a lot of tantrums here. Somebody here is claiming jealousy. I think that there's a problem here with the way the message is being delivered. I don't think somebody is capable of receiving this message in a very kind way. I think that they're feeling like this is coming, this might be sparking a little bit of jealousy. Somebody here might be feeling like, you know, where is this coming from? Where are you getting this from? Okay, let's see. Somebody here might be claiming that somebody else is being selfish, very, very selfish. And this is a huge responsibility for this person to come forward to even say anything. What is the best that can be achieved? What is the best that can be achieved? Thank you. Eight of Pentacles, learning, figuring something out. Figuring something out. We've got the Ten of Swords, Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups. So there's a great deal of searching happening here, of trying to figure out how to get you both on the same page, how to deliver this message, how to kind of be delicately received. Delicately received. I feel like somebody here is racking their mind, trying to figure out the best way to have this conversation. Five of Wands out here, Queen of Swords. Possibly not being well received at all. I feel like this is kicking up a lot of conflict. This could be hurting somebody's feelings as well. What is the foundation? What is the foundation? Six of Swords and the Tower. Yeah, there's somebody's feelings are really, really hurt. And I feel like there's a lot of pulling away. There's a lot of isolation out here. Somebody may be accusing you, having a lot of accusations out here and a lot of fighting, of you trying to create a lot of nefarious situations, probably trying to, you know, bring it. It's not going well. This conversation's not going well. I think you've kind of struck a nerve with your person. Cancers are pretty sensitive. I'm going to tell you this as an experienced Cancer. We are very sensitive, very emotional. Thank you for the confirmation, sir. Very sensitive, very emotional. So when our performance or our ability to love or be received is questioned or put into conflict here, we don't take it very well. Okay, so this may be somebody coming to you with this information and you are immediately reacting in a very negative way. For some of you, for others of you, you are trying so hard to kind of hold it together. You're trying really hard to hold it together. Some of you may be receiving this reluctantly, and then eventually calming down and saying, all right, fine, what then? How do we move forward then? How do we handle this? You know, you're almost feeling like, you know, what does this even mean? What did I sign up for? We got Chariot and the Queen of Wands back here. Cancer energy with that Queen of Wands. What's that immediate past? What's going on in the immediate past here? King of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, right? Everything felt great. Everything felt fine. It felt like everything was sturdy and steady as she goes. You know, y'all had your ups, you had your downs, but you had no idea. You had no idea that your person was so unhappy, so discontented, so uninspired, basically. Yeah, you had no idea. Sun card, Seven of Pentacles, Lover's card. No idea. This is coming completely out of left field. I've got three kings back here. This keeps happening every time I pull a new deck. Queen of Cups, World. My cat has awakened a moth. You know, there's a moth flying and he's popping his little wheelies trying to get it. He's so cute. Okay. What's that immediate future? What's the immediate future situation? Thank you. So things have come to a complete standstill, and I feel like you're not really able to move forward. I think you both just kind of like came to a complete halt. We've got the High Priestess with that Ten of Cups and Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Page of Swords, Two of Wands, right? So now what do we do? How do we move forward? I almost feel like everyone is kind of faking and pretending like everything is okay, but there is this deep level of discomfort and an inability to kind of figure out how to move forward, how to even communicate this. Like, how do I even start this conversation? How do I begin this conversation to begin a way forward, to begin a way out of this? I got goosebumps all over my left. Right, really struggling to try to figure out how do we move forward from this, right? Now that the cat's out of the bag, the information's out there, now what are the next steps, right? And I almost feel like there's this kind of fake it till you make it energy happening here, almost a sense of return resentment. Almost there's a little bit of return resentment here, with the Hierophant and the Devil card, Four of Swords, Four of Wands, right? The Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles was out here. This is you really, trying very desperately to appease your person on that level with the Page of Cups, Six of Cups, full card. Here's another Two of Pentacles, right? How do we find this way forward? What is the best way forward with this energy? Now that we know what we know, where do we go from here? Okay. And I almost feel like it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of easement, a little bit of bringing your person to the level of comfort to where they don't feel so threatened or so, I guess threatened or maybe insulted, right? So there's this way that your person may take this extremely personally, and it's not really even like that. That sometimes happens. It happens whenever you're with somebody for a very, very long period of time and routines get going, stagnations kind of settle in. It's difficult. It's difficult to kind of keep it up over that long period of time and to always be fresh and always be new. We've got grass is greener coming out here, right? This could be, and again, with the jealousy, getting unhappy, like looking for better options. And I feel like, you or your person may be feeling like there's, if you're bringing this up now, what else has been going on? We've got Truth and Snake, right? So somebody here is like, okay, well, if you've been bored, what have you been up to? We've got healing coming out here with wounds, trying to mend these wounds, trying to feel better about this, trying to have these conversations. How long have you felt this way? What have you been doing about it? I've got ex-lover coming out here, soulmate, third party coming out here. You may be questioning your person, saying, oh, you're probably pining after somebody else. You're probably remembering something else that you liked better. You're just going there. You're just kind of mentally having this spin out moment. Your person may be mentally spinning out a little bit here. We've got soulmates also coming out, talking about past lives, this deep connection with your person. Player is also coming out here. We've got legal matters, an addiction coming out. Some of you may have dealt with your person for a very long time. You may have been through it with them through thick and thin, and now they're bringing you this energy that makes you question everything, and now you're just really super insecure and feeling very you just question everything. Whenever somebody brings you this energy of questioning, you start to really ask, how long have you felt this way? How long have I, has it been like this? What have you not said? What's been going on to appease you in the meantime? The mind starts to go. You start just really kind of spiraling a little bit sometimes. A lot of times, if we're not comfortable with having that conversation, sometimes I'm guilty of this. We'll fill in the blanks. I'll just start filling in the blanks. It must mean this. It must mean this. Well, I've heard them say this before, so this must be what's going on now. You start going there. So with the boredom and discontentment coming out initially, I just feel like somebody here is wanting to have a very tough conversation, and potentially your person is mentally having a spin out moment from this. They're starting to really kind of question everything. When you bring up this little bit, and that happens a lot of times. A lot of people fail to be in the moment. A lot of times people will go everywhere but the moment. They will go to the past. They will go to the future. They will go, to the impossibly thought, the things that were never thought of. They'll go everywhere but the exact issue. Everywhere but the exact issue, all for the sake of trying to make it make sense. And there's almost this energy of us feeling like, you know, well, if our person hasn't told us this until now, how long have they been holding it back? You know, you go there. I get it. Look at how I'm easily going there now. It's easy to do that. We got mutual connection coming out. So the outlook looks good for the both of you. I've got outlook good. Even though you're feeling a little wishy-washy right now, and it feels like things are in limbo and you're not really able to find a way forward, because you've got, you know, you probably are a couple of stubborn people. You both are very capable of digging your heels in. I want to let you know that Spirit's telling you to expect an offer. Expect an offer from your person. Things do look good for you both, so don't lose hope and don't spiral too much, okay? It's easy to go there. You could have a fear of change. You could, you know, fear that if you start, you know, adjusting and shifting, that, you know, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and how much further is it going to go from there? You know, how much more outside of your comfort zone are you going to go? Some of you might even go so far as to try to shift accountability or try to avoid this altogether. You may try to avoid this altogether by, you know, deflecting or trying to shift the focus away from you or your situation by, you know, trying to figure out something else. But I'm telling you, if you just have these open, honest, candid conversations, much clarity can happen from you just kind of removing your guard, trusting your person, trusting in the love, trusting in what's being said to you, right? Unless we have a reason to feel like there is anything else going on, there's no real reason to go there or invent that. A lot of times I hear it all the time in my lives when people will ask people, things will be going great in your partnership and in your connection. And if you're the type of person who loves drama and you love to watch these like low vibrational shows and you love to get yourself involved with, you know, a bunch of other tarot readings and, you know, spiritual coaches and people trying to, you know, tell you about how powerful and awesome you are, and then they're, you know, giving you these pieces of stories and information, sometimes we will go through all that and find some way to make it resonate with us and be like, oh yeah, that could be me. You know, now I have reason to believe because this collective reading is saying that possible cheating could be happening. And since I watched that reading, right now my algorithm is hitting me, cheating, issues, bored with you, not interested in you, leaving you, right? So all of these negative things start coming up. And if you're sitting there festering and feeding that possibility that somebody here is very flighty, very non-committal, very free-spirited, not really connected to you at all, you will continue to reinforce that. You will continue to create this analogy and the synapses in your mind over and over again. Whenever there is no problem, we can definitely look for and create problems. Whenever you go looking for problems, you can definitely guarantee that you will come across something. There's always going to be something that we can come across that we have issue with. It's just a matter of you know, kind of picking and choosing your battles, staying in the moment, and not getting too carried away. Keeping your head level about this and kind of being in the moment. Just be in the moment. Be in the now. The past doesn't exist anymore. The future has not happened yet. The present moment is all you have. And you have to really kind of dig down deep into your pockets of understanding, and into, you know, the deep bank and deposits that you've made onto the relationship, everything that's gone good, right? We need to kind of hone in on that energy and kind of let that feed and fuel our minds and help us to kind of come to some sort of a conclusion focused towards one another, towards love, towards rebuilding, not tearing apart. Okay, don't get too out of control and don't create issues if there are none. Okay. All right, collective. I feel like those were your readings for the month of September for Cancers. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you need a personal reading, all that information is in the description box of this video. Be sure to follow me on this platform. Hit that notification bell so you can catch me live, and all of my other platforms for your chance to catch me for heavily discounted rates on my live readings. Also, I offer mentoring now. So if you're interested in mentoring, be sure to check that out on my website and ask me any questions if you have any regarding what that is about or what that entails. Basically, coaching and guiding and assisting you towards your alignment and your ascension, and teaching you how to meditate and to discover your path, of enlightenment. So, and your ascension journey, helping you to attune and setting you towards the course and just giving you a little shove. That's what my mentoring does. So if you're interested, all that information is there. Until next time, I am wishing you all the love, light, abundance, and positive vibes you can possibly stand. Y'all take care. Bye.